Hello everyone, this is the Flipster09 here, and today I am going to be discussing my top 5 favorite openings in video games. Keep in mind that these can include an opening level or sequence, and that this is all just my opinion. So with that out of the way, let's get started with number 5, Ratchet and Clank on the PS4. Now this game altogether is really solid. It's a lot of fun, and the mood set throughout it fits almost every situation. The game's opening is a perfect example of this, as Captain Quark tells a fellow inmate the unlikely story of Ratchet and Clank's adventures, starting in Planet Velden. Here we learn about Ratchet's character and how he wants to become a galactic ranger, while also letting the player experiment with the game's controls and physics without the game holding your hand. Instead, Captain Quark will helpfully and hilariously instruct you without intruding on your playtime. Unfortunately, I found the other entries in this list slightly better, but this was definitely a worthy number 5. Number 4 would be the opening to Metal Gear Solid 5, which would have been higher on the list if I liked the game as a whole a bit more. The opening was superb, but I feel that the rest of the game was kind of just thrown together, causing it to be placed here at number 4. Nevertheless, the beginning to Metal Gear Solid 5 brought out some of the best parts in the game by using set pieces to put the player on the edge of their seat. At the same time, the opening immerses you with some of the confusing occurrences that you will want to explore and uncover. Moving on to number 3, we have the opening to Bayonetta 2. Bayonetta 2 is one of the most over-the-top action games out there, but that is what makes it so enjoyable. The opening solidifies this perfectly, with cars driving on the sides of buildings, Bayonetta fighting angels on the top of a plane, and a battle with a gigantic dragon make the game's opening badass, yet hilarious at the same time. Coming in at number 2, we have the opening to Uncharted 2. Like with Metal Gear Solid 5, this isn't one of my favorite games generally speaking, but the opening is amazing. You play in the perspective of protagonist Nathan Drake as he attempts to escape a train that is about to fall over the edge of a cliff. The execution here is brilliant and engaging, showing that the developers sincerely care about their product. On top of this, the opening causes players to anticipate what will happen later in the game, ensuring its spot at number 2. Before we get to number 1, I want to quickly cover an honorable mention in the form of Super Mario Galaxy. This game's opening is similar to the other Mario games, and that Peach is kidnapped by Bowser in some form or fashion. But this time, the cinematic approach to this scenario makes the whole thing feel much more epic and dramatic than ever before. Now with that out of the way, my number 1 pick is the opening to The Last of Us, one of the very best games I played last generation. The opening to this game involves the main character Joel and his daughter Sarah being forced to leave their home in order to escape a zombie outbreak. But things begin to go even more wrong, as within the first 10 to 15 minutes of the game, Sarah dies in one of the most emotional cutscenes in gaming, at least in my opinion. Anyway, with that all said, please make sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.